Peter Burning reporting from the Capitol Audio Fest. I'm here with Dave Slagle and Jaz Khan, and you guys have the talk of the show, The Room, with the speakers that are just knocking everybody's doors off. Tell us about the system you have here today, and Dave, can you give us a go-through, walkthrough, please?
Basically, Gary Gill, the person who's putting on the show, is a friend of ours, and he came up with these horns on eBay, which are Azurahorns from Australia.
Yeah.
And Martin Seddon, who makes them with the Jean-Michel Leclerc expansion, can't ship them because they changed the postal regulations. So Gary's been in talks and thinks he can have them made here, you know, affordably.
Okay.
And so we decided to set up a room to see if it had merit.
So are these the ones off of eBay, or are
Yes,
these are the actual
eBay.
ones that came off eBay, so you found a way to get them here.
They were in Brooklyn, so I drove them down.
Okay.
So on the back of it, we have the Lowther field coil driver.
Okay, we're gonna come around and look at that, viewers.
So we can go back.
Yeah, here we go.
Which is an electromagnet conversion of the Lowthers through Lowther America, John Heroin, which I made and designed. And below it, we just needed a solution for bass, and it's a pair of Hawthorne Audio Augies, which are designed to be in open baffles. And my real job is a photographer, so I just used a little photo equipment to set up this, you know, just to make it adjustable and quick for the show. It was more of an experiment than, you know, a finished final product.
Yeah, I see that. And you can see, viewers, this is the front of the speakers here, the low frequency drivers. Again, open baffle. Open baffle means that there's no box behind the back of the speaker. You'll see the open spider, that's called, on the speaker, or the basket. And we have two low frequency drivers in this system. And these are 15s?
15s.
And there you can see and get a good look at the Lowther driver. Which Lowther is this?
The baskets are all the same. It's just and replaceable, but it is. Yeah. It's just that.
Here we go. I'll let you see that, viewers.
And it weighs about 28 pounds.
Yeah. And
So
these are, this is not child's play audio. These are not little $25 speakers.
No, they're 6,000 a pair.
That's right. Yeah.
So, but there are Lowthers that go down that are much less expensive, like permanent magnet ones, the Alnicos and the ceramic ones. I think come in at around the $1,000, and they will fit in these horns, as will any other 8-inch full range driver. So you could put a Fostex or whatever in it. So it's not just we're just sort of showing the stuff we have.
And let's take a look at the rest of the system.
Okay, this is a single-ended 50 amp with 80% nickel output transformers. It's a single mono chassis with a common power supply.
There's power supply down there, viewers. And what's the output power of that amplifier?
About 2 to 3 watts.
It's the lowest powered system here at the show, I believe, 2 to 3 watts.
Yeah, I believe there's 500 watts on the bass drivers.
Okay, so
so it's bi-amp, but for the horn is getting 2 watts,
Yeah.
and it's. And then going backwards from that, we have a silver wound autoformer volume control,
Okay.
which is remote controlled.
Okay.
And then going back between that, we've got a bunch of different cartridges and phono stages. There's a strain gauge system.
Okay.
And just your basic MC phono with assorted step-up transformers that we can go through for the various cartridges.
Okay.
And the cartridges are a Panasonic strain gauge, and the other we just have stock Denon 103s.
I'll be darned. How about that?
And from there, I'll transfer you to Jaz to talk about the tables, because that's his.
Jaz and Peter Berninger, tell us all about the turntables.
Peter, I thought it would be interesting to see what we could do with vintage turntables. So what we have here is a 1950s Garrett grease bearing 301. That's in a plinth that is my design, and basically I wanted to capture the deco look and feel. And we're using a really interesting tone arm from New Zealand called the Apparition, and it is made by James Grant, and has a wood arm wand, is a uni-pivot. All the housing is machined brass, which he does himself, and it is situated on a brass pillar What we found is that separating the tone arm from the plinth actually reduces vibration and smear, and so we've been doing that for quite a while. I think the most interesting part of the tone arm is its price. It's under $1,000.
Under $1,000.
Under $1,000. James does have a backlog, but I think it represents a great value in terms of getting good sound, and we're using a stock 103 cartridge, which retails for a couple of $100.
I'll be darned. And how about the turntable over here to the left?
Turntable on the left is actually
Look at that.
a new 301 that I had.
That's been plated.
It's actually made out of brass. The entire chassis is brass, as is the platter.
Okay.
And we also machined a new idler wheel, which is also made out of brass.
Gosh, it's beautiful.
And this is basically a duplication of the original turntable, which was cast aluminum, using better materials. And we found it to be a really big step forward from the stock unit. The Grant apparition on the right, we've got two RS labs, and we have a Schroeder on the left-hand side. The Schroeder is a 12-inch tone arm, and we have a 103 in that also.
Okay.
We are also using the Lowther Craft power supply and controller. Overall, I think it sort of represents the best that you can do with vintage turntables. I think they're fully competitive with
the modern day designs. And viewers, there's the Lowther Craft sits down here, the control unit for the turntable.
Absolutely, you can control speed, you can control torque, and I think it gives us pretty good performance.
Well, thank you much for the system walkthrough. We're going to sit down and do a little bit of listening. And
you're welcome.
The system is outstanding in looks and a powerful appearance when you walk into the room. And viewers, I have to add, when I walked into the room, the size and scope of the horns, it reflected my voice back. The whole room was loaded with my voice in a far different way than I walked into any other room here at the Capitol Audio Fest. So there's something to horn loading, and we're going to listen to it right now. Peter Burning reporting, avshowrooms.com at the Capitol Audio Fest. And let's spin up some vinyl. Let's play a little bit of Ann Bisson from Blue Mind. Can we play side B, track 1, please?
Okay.
Very good.
Oh, look at this.
Thank you.
This is a 103 on a Schroeder arm.
Okay, listeners, this is a Denon 103 on the Frank Schroeder arm. And the renowned jazz vocalist Ann Bisson.
Hang on, give me a second.
Montreal, the air is mild and soft, walking in the evening sunset. My thoughts are floating by in this all sopping sky, a blessing that we all do share today, 'cause you are my man. That's where I am now. My mind is cool and calm. I am smiling for you. December in Montreal, the night is dark and soft. The snow is gently dancing on my face.
Over the top audio.
Just close your eyes a
Simply
while.
fantastic.
Let snowflakes from the sky and touch and kiss your mouth and smile. 'Cause you're my man. That's where I am now.
Orange at the Capital Audio Fest 2012.
And call